What are the reasons because of which this community that was labeling Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam as kahin and sahir and majnoon, na'udhu billah, right? The same community had given him the honorific titles of as-sadiq and al-amin, right? They used to refer to him with regarding their disputes. He was their go-to person, right? He was looked up to by them. Then what happened at age 40 that they completely turned against him, right? 4 reasons. And this applies not just to the community in Mecca, but it applies even now, right? I'll talk about 4 reasons. Either all the 4 reasons will apply, and this is why people turn away from faith, or it will be one of the 4, right? So the first one that applies to the community back then, the first one was greed. These people were the custodians of Kaaba, right? They were in charge of the pilgrimage. We all know that. And that, people coming for Hajj every year, that meant money coming into Mecca, and that meant more wealth for them. This revelation threatened that custodianship. All right, so that's number 1, greed. The second thing, or the second reason, is false pride, a sense of false pride, which probably was the de facto reason why his uncle Abu Talib, even though he was one of his strongest supporters, or the strongest supporters, right, he didn't accept Islam, and that is holding on to the ways of their forefathers. One was, if they left the ways of their forefathers, what will people say? That was one reason. And the other one was, if they left the ways of their forefathers, then that would indicate that their forefathers were wrong, right? And Arabs, we know at that time, they took great pride in their lineage. So they could not fathom going against the practices of their forefathers. And that was due to the false sense of pride that they had in their lineage, right? So that's the second one. And then the third one, you can say, is envy. Right? And that classic example of that is the situation that happened with Abu Jahl, right? Abu Jahl believed this message was true. He knew Quran was divine. He knew Quran was revealed from the heavens, right? He used to stand by the window of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam at night, and he used to listen to recitation. He was caught listening to recitation, standing by his window, because he was mesmerized by it. It was him and the likes of Abu Sufyan. They would do that nights, right? Then why is it that he didn't accept? He himself says he was from the tribe of Banu Adi, and Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is from the tribe of Banu Hashim. And he says that forever Banu Adi and Banu Hashim, they were in competition with one another. Banu Hashim went to war, Banu Adi went to war. Banu Adi had children, Banu Hashim had children. They got married, we got married, right? So it was this constant sense of competition that was there between the two tribes. And now he's like, Abu Jahl says, now someone from Banu Hashim is saying that they have a prophet, they have a messenger. Where am I going to come up with a messenger or a prophet? Therefore, reject. Right? So that was envy, was one of the reasons. And then you have the 4th reason as to why these people rejected the message, that this was revelation, this was message that was challenging the entire status quo, right? It was challenging their way of life. It was telling them to grant rights to women and orphans and the needy and people that they considered to be low, not even the worth of an animal, right? It was telling them not to bury the girls alive anymore. It was teaching them it was teaching them equality amongst people. There is nothing like high and low, right? Everybody is equal, which meant that Abu Jahl would have to sit with Bilal radiallahu anh, right? Or sit with Suhaib al-Rumi. That was unacceptable to them. Right? So their life as they knew was completely being challenged. Kindness was being preached, it was being commanded, and they showed kindness according to what suited their interest, right? So all of this, the entire fabric of the society was questioned and was being changed by this new message, and they needed to stop that.